Greetings.
Welcome back to The Watch. Just us two today.
Yeah, it has been for a while. We noticed that, yeah, sometimes that's the case.
Why so low energy?
Why am
We're
I
back.
I got to conserve my energy. I'm like, Shad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, I've got to conserve my energy.
Fair enough. We can at least... Okay, welcome back to The Watch. This is not the news. For those who keep up with us, this is a week late. So the last one we filmed, but we had
screwed up the audio.
I screwed up the audio.
I blame Nathan.
So I edited it, but the audio just wasn't to standards, and we didn't want to release that one.
Miscarriage ever happened? This guy's fault.
That's a bit dark. What happens if that happens in the future?
Okay.
Anyways,
I'll forgive you if that happens in the future. To me.
Okay.
Okay, that'll work.
So moving on.
You wanted energy?
Yeah. Then it just got dark.
Yeah.
Moving on. So there's going to be a few articles at the end that we were reacted to last week. We want to bring up because they're important.
Yes.
And just remember, disclaimer: we are not a news source.
We're not.
We don't use us as any.
Parrot the news.
Yes.
Like a parrot.
Yes.
On the shoulder of a pirate.
Sometimes we know there's full stories, and sometimes all we know is the headline.
Yeah.
If
so
that.
Don't come to us for the truth, or any news for that matter.
So check your own sources to make sure what we're saying is true, because there might be false ones.
Trust the experts, I've been told to say.
Yes.
If I want to live.
But so with Elon Musk buying Twitter, Jack Dorsey gives a thumbs up to Elon Musk.
Yeah, and saying, like, if anyone's going to be able to save it, it's Jack Dorsey. I mean, Elon Musk. You couldn't. You invented it.
Another dot point was that Twitter site changes blocked.
Yeah, so they blocked changes to their website, like changes from the people who manage it and stuff.
Right.
Just so they can't burn it down on their way out.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
I also saw a lot of people were getting unfollowed a lot because all the bots were getting deleted.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A bunch of lefties were like, I lost 40,000 followers, what's up with that? And everyone's like, those were the bot deletions, meaning that you had 40,000 bots following you.
You know what it could also be? Could also be them trying to get everyone back centralized again. Like, hey guys, the censorship is gone. Everyone just come back in here, get your stuff from here, all your conversations here, re-centralize it.
Probably, yeah.
Which, if they're doing that, tells me they're preparing for something big.
Yeah, they want to be like...
Want everyone in the same spot.
Yeah, in the sense of what Facebook tried to do now with like VR and stuff. Like, you got to have a Facebook account to have VR. They're going to try and do that with Twitter. Probably incorporate something like the whole identity thing. Yep. And then you're going to need Twitter. That's
what he said.
In the
future.
Said,
we'll find a way to verify that people are human. Well, the digital ID system, perfect timing.
But no, it's interesting the conversation having there because you can obviously see the far left people who are like, crazy. Oh, where are we going to go now? Leaving the platform. And I just
No one's getting kicked out.
No, but they're leaving because of Elon Musk buying it now. It's a private company, whatever. But I just shake my head at them because it's like, okay, why are you leaving now and not at every other conversation we've had on Twitter that's obviously just a cringe fest?
Because before it was the enemy of them getting banned.
Yeah.
Now it's the enemy being allowed to come back in.
Well, even there was like dumb conversations, people were like being roasted for reusing animations in their games, or they were just really dumb conversations. Obviously, you could see this platform is not like it's not constructive to have anything on here because of the way that the algorithm's laid out. It would make more sense to go on another platform and to like have our own little game dev circle there. But they weren't complaining about that as much. But like now they're like, well, they would complain about it, but they wouldn't go cold turkey. Where now they're like, all right, we're jumping ship, going somewhere else. And I'm like, you idiots!
Rats do jump ship.
Like. You had so many other reasons, and like actual decent reasons to leave the platform because of whatever reason, but now that some guy owns it and he hasn't acted much on it yet, like there's no reason for them to actually be afraid yet because as far as Twitter stands, not much has actually changed.
Yeah, but they're not afraid of what Elon Musk will do. They're afraid of what the people he lets back in will do.
Yeah.
Because progressive ideas can't survive without censorship because they don't hold up to any sort of scrutiny or internal consistent logic.
I just think it's really so dumb of people on the left because there's some people who are more in-depth and aware of that, but there's some who are just following, that are just sheep in the sense of
those people, there's sheep on both sides.
So the next one is about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
No, Amber Turd.
Amber Turd.
It's a soft H.
In court.
Yeah.
So there was two celebrities just having a grand old time in court.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing. One of these celebrities, no pun intended, is a piece of in a bed, right?
Yes.
The other one is just this poor guy Just this poor guy. Well, he's a billionaire, right? But just this poor man.
You got to toss up between. You got to define what is poor guy. I think yes, he's been mistreated, and she is a ratbag for doing what?
Ratbag.
What she's.
This woman is. You know the C word? You know the C word?
Yes,
you don't
I know
need
the
to
C
say
word.
it, but just picture it in your head.
I know.
The C word was invented for this woman.
I prefer to use lighter terms in my language.
I don't.
I know you don't. I work with you.
That's the one thing I have in common with Amber Heard. What's it called? Borderline personality disorder. Okay, I'm either one way or the other.
I've seen it.
She is evil.
Yes. Okay. I get
evil.
that. I think I feel sorry for Johnny Depp in the situation he's been in because a lot of it isn't his own fault. It's just because he married a crazy woman. At the same time, though, he is a rich actor who.
I'm sorry, because he's a rich actor, he deserves to lose the tip of his finger. Yeah, he deserves to be.
Oz, you gotta let me finish.
Punched in the face by his
From what
wife.
I've seen, at least, he hasn't always been the best. Like, it's not like a Keanu Reeves sort of guy who's just been the absolute best.
You want to talk about good and bad celebrities? You know Mark Wahlberg?
Uh-huh.
You know he beat a Vietnamese dude so badly that he lost an eye, and we all forgot about that?
Yeah.
You know Matthew Broderick killed like two people?
Like they are bad.
Caitlyn Jenner killed 2 people? What did Johnny Depp do? He's a pirate!
What's the thing? I don't know about Johnny Depp. I just know that a lot of celebrities, it's very hard to trust them because I don't know all the things they've done.
Johnny Depp has done nothing wrong.
Okay.
Apart from when he was really young, tried heroin, and that's why he's been chill ever since. Okay?
Again, that's just me being, again, when I see news stories, I go, okay, I feel sorry for the guy, but also, he's a celebrity actor, I don't know what his life is like.
It just seems like he seems like a good artist. And like he had one of his mates come up and testify for him, right? And this dude who's like in his 50s, he was living at home in his mum's garage, right? Doing paintings and selling for like $20 a pop. And Johnny Depp heard about him, flew him out to Los Angeles. So like, okay, I'm not going to buy any paintings. Here's what I will do though. I will rent out a gallery. We'll throw up a massive party. I'll call some of my friends in. We'll sell some of your paintings. You can keep the money. And he set him up in a penthouse suite in one of the most expensive places in Los Angeles and let him keep all the money. Completely changed this guy's life. For nothing.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yeah, that's
right?
good stuff.
So what he gets blasted with Keanu Reeves and what do you call it? Who's the other dude? DiCaprio and Affleck.
But DiCaprio's a bit...
Yeah, he's
a bit shady.
He is a bit shady.
Shady in terms of...
You play the Wolf of Wall Street. You don't play Satan and get off scot-free.
Exactly. He had to like hang out with the guy and obviously was...
That guy's a scumbag, man.
Yeah. So that happened and that was a whole situation. And again, I just feel like that's more distraction from other important news.
Probably, yeah.
But just the world of celebrities and the absolute...
Debauchery.
That's a great word for it.
Yeah, I don't know what the word means. I know it's bad, though.
And just also how dumb some of the questions in it, like...
Yeah, one of the lawyer objecting to his own question.
Yeah, objection! It's like, okay, mate, alright. Yeah. So, obviously, he knew he was losing that battle, but...
Yeah.
See, what I've heard from lawyers in my experience is that if you know that your client is guilty, you try to defend them and get them the best outcome that they can despite that. So even knowing that they're guilty, it's like, okay, you're going to get charged, you're going to do this and that, but we're going to set you up so that you're not going to be... You're still going to get justice in the system without it being unjust. So even though you're guilty, you're not going to get a punishment greater than what your crime was. That sort of thing.
What I know about lawyers is if you are caught whether you're guilty or innocent for something, better call Saul.
Yeah, anyways, that's just, again, just in my terms what justice and stuff means. Like, even if they're guilty, they still deserve a fair trial.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But, it's a bad system.
Obviously,
it's the best one we got.
Yeah, lawyers aren't going to be like that because, obviously, some of them are dumb and some of them just want to come out on top and whatever. And they're just scummy. But there was also more news in France. What happened in France?
What happened in France? King Louis XVI is now King of France.
16th?
Vive la Revolution.
Yeah.
Have a Google about who King Louis XVI is, and then find out who's the current leader of France, and then work out what I'm implying.
Put the one and one together.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny that people that no one likes, and in fact, people that we actively
dislike,
hate, like pure vitriolic
dislike.
Yes, dislike. A great dislike. We do not like this. I don't know. What I'm saying is...
You and your Indian accent recently, you've just been so like...
I love it.
It's good. I like it. We need more ways to put it in.
Yeah. You get Indian. Okay. Whoa, boy, that sounded... Oh, man. Anyway, filthy colonizer.
And another bit of news is that the Mario movie's been delayed a year.
No, mamma mia, no.
First it was Indian, now it's Italian.
Where will I go? No,
Can you do
seriously.
Japanese?
Can I...
Okay, sure.
The only thing I know in Japanese is aishitaru, which means I love you in Japanese.
Oh.
That's why whenever I say it, I always say it like a Japanese shogun, like aishitaru. My Japanese teacher said that I have an excellent Japanese accent.
Japanese?
Yes.
Let us know in the comment section down below
Nihongo.
whether or not his accent is good.
Yes.
But yeah, Mario movie's been delayed a year. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, who really wants a Mario movie?
I mean, Sonic did really good, and I think Nintendo's kind of looking for more ways to make money.
Yeah, right, but no one watched the Godfather trilogy to see the Italians winning in the end, okay? What am I getting at? Is that I have a complicated relationship with Italians.
Yeah, apparently.
No, I'm kidding. Like, oh, I love their cooking.
Look, it's been delayed, whether or not it's because of production or
Who
maybe
knows?
something. We don't know why it's been delayed.
Chris Pratt just isn't feeling it. Is he still... It's probably production hell.
Yeah,
Probably.
or they're just something isn't clicking, and so they're trying to figure out what is wrong.
Yeah.
Hopefully, okay, if it's only one delay, that's fine. But when it becomes more than one, that's when you know it's an issue.
I actually heard that one of the writers, who's like one of those, you know, like whenever they want to write something, they get like really deep into, like if they're writing a movie about like, I don't know, ancient India, they'll literally go and like,
Yeah.
he's a, what's it called? Method writer.
Right.
Apparently that's a thing. But apparently he had like a serious psychological breakdown on like sickness, because to get into the writing spirit for Mario...
Had to take mushrooms. I
See, I'm drawing it out too long, and you know that I'm doing it. Damn it! You ate too many mushrooms, you bastard.
Yes, it's fun ruining your jokes. It's fun.
And then Chris Pratt, he ate too many peaches.
Bloody hell. So it's been delayed. If it's the second delay, I mean, we don't even have a trailer or anything yet, so that also worries. I mean,
Yeah.
not really. It doesn't worry me yet. Once we get a trailer and we figure out what we're even watching,
Yeah,
then we'll make judgment on it. For now, it just could be a pre-production issue or something.
yeah. I tell you what though, that Sonic movie was good, and I want to see the new one.
New one, I
hope it's
enjoyed
good.
as well. I
You
enjoyed the
liked
new
it?
one. Yeah, I did.
Was it as good as first?
Did
Did it do the thing where it has like the dated references that make the movie feel old?
no.
Good. I hate it when they do that.
Not that I can... I mean, it's been a few weeks. But I enjoyed the characters. Obviously, they had a bigger budget, and you could fill it in. This is just a mini Sonic 2 review. They had a bigger budget, and you could feel that the pacing was more drawn out because they spent more money on certain beats, which, if it had been tighter, they would have been more streamlined. But because of that, it just felt a bit drawn out in some areas.
You've seen it. Can you settle this for me? Is Tails a girl?
No.
No.
Tails is a boy. Do you want to go to your computer and just delete some?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold you by both your tails.
Oh.
Oh man, next story.
But no,
please.
like Tails was good, Knuckles was good. Story I felt a bit bigger than it needed to be. I think if they'd kind of scoped down a bit, it would have been a bit nicer.
Tell you what, Knuckles, last person you want to get fisted by. Like, could you imagine how bad your hand would hurt if he bumped like fists with you?
Well, there's a whole joke about that with shaking hands.
What do you mean?
Because Knuckles gets a friendship with Dr. Eggman, and then he goes, put it there, and it's like a sign of friendship, and he goes, oh, okay, and then he like breaks his like hand. And so for the whole movie, he's making friends with the new people, shaking their hands and breaking their like wrists and stuff.
Wow.
Because he's super strong. He's like, oh, I see. And
Wow.
so
Okay.
that's actually an actual joke in the movie.
Okay.
He's a strong man.
Yeah.
But yeah, good movie. And
hedgehog.
Mario's been delayed, so we'll see whether... Also, it'd be very interesting to see, because obviously Sega has done well with the Sonic movie. I'm interested to see how well Nintendo will go, because they are very...
They're both Japanese companies?
But they're very different companies. Like, Nintendo is very protective of the IP, and that wouldn't surprise me as to why it's delayed. I reckon Nintendo flagged something and said this needs to change. Thinking about it now, because they're very...
Yeah, they're very... Yeah.
very protective about anything. Like, there's...
I just picture, like, the two companies, like, they have, like, samurai wars, because they're both Japanese. You know? That's not racist.
I mean, they're on the same team. Nintendo's obviously won that battle. Poor
They don't have a
Sega.
movie yet.
Not yet, but
Sega has a good movie.
they're making money in the games.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, Switch is, like, outselling everything.
You wouldn't know. You'd think computers, because they can do anything you want.
Except for play Nintendo games.
Oh, damn it, they do have that, don't they?
That's the one thing that I'm always like, how's Nintendo so successful? And then I realise, Zelda, Pokemon.
Tell you the one thing computers can't do is play Bloodborne. Give us Bloodborne!
They probably will. Because actually...
Probably. It's
another
been 54 years!
Another news story that isn't on the list, but I know of, is that Sony is looking to hire someone who's basically in charge of directing PC ports.
Oh.
They want someone who can be head manager of the PC department of Sony PlayStation. And so I reckon, if not the more older... Probably they will get older games, but we're going to get more PC ports.
Nice.
From AAA. Because Bloodborne was like a standard... It was only for PlayStation before, wasn't it?
When you say standard, what do you mean?
Oh, sorry, I mean exclusive.
What you should say is exquisite exclusive.
Yeah.
Because it's a great game. But
Yeah.
I'll never know because I don't know how to play it.
Maybe they will bring it to PC. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd love to play it. I love Souls games. From Soft Souls. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, that's also another little tidbit there, which is exciting. But
Tidbit.
also, yeah, tidbit.
Tidbit.
Little titty bit.
Little titty bit. Itty bitty, titty bitty committee.
Speaking of games, Battlefield 2042. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, the years get me mixed up because there's also like 2030.
2142.
2140. Very, very good.
1945. Yeah.
But there was a 2020 game or something. It was like
No,
a 20...
it's Battlefield 2142.
21.
It's set in the future where there's
42.
mechs. This one's 2042.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that on all platforms now, it is $9.
$9.
$9. Yeah.
Across all platforms.
Across all platforms,
Dude.
it is $80 off. It's been out for 6 months.
To be fair though, Halo Infinite was free when it came out.
Or the multiplayer was.
Yeah, true.
And I guess $10 a month isn't bad for finishing a game if you can do it in that time.
Yeah. I saw this someone put up a reply on a thing saying, imagine going from multi-billion-dollar franchise beloved by millions to something so trash you couldn't give it away for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's from the Halo TV show. First episode they gave out for free.
Yeah, but also the actual game itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been horribly mismanaged. And we know why now, and I might make a video on it.
So that's a thing, and I think just a lot of game studios are freaking out because they're realizing that their games need substance to be successful.
Yeah,
and also just the crunch it takes to have a live service game is a lot more than they realize. And a lot of developers now are like not standing for it. They're like, no, we're not going to crunch. We're not going to do that. And so those studios are stuck, and then the players are like, I don't have stuff, and because there wasn't proper planning done, so no new content's coming out, or no planning was done, like with the Halo game, because the roadmap was meant to come out in January, and if you've noticed, it's past January and we still got no roadmap, so that planning still isn't out. Yeah, look, I think there's definitely going to be the big guys who are successful are going to remain on top, so Fortnite and this big Call of Duty, maybe, because they're actually keeping their games... This is going to be the first year without a Call of Duty game.
Yay!
Well, last year was.
And who noticed?
Lots of people did, actually, because the Call of Duty players did.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, they'll just play Fortnite instead.
Well, everyone's excited because it's the first time they actually were able to do a game for an extra year, and it's Treyarch, the guys who did all the good Call of Duties.
It is not, unfortunately. The guys who did all the good Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, right? They are called Respawn now.
Some of them did leave, yes.
Just like how in
But they did the latest Modern Warfare as well, and that was good.
They did Modern Warfare, yeah.
The most recent reboot one.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Treyarch or Respawn?
Treyarch.
I'm pretty sure it was Respawn.
No, Respawn doesn't do anything to do with Call of Duty.
Okay. Well, anyway, the same guys aren't there. But like one of our stories further down about Certain Affinity at the bottom there, working on a Halo Battle Royale game, Certain Affinity is full of ex-Bungie employees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which they weren't invited to 343. Another reason I'm going to make a video on this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah.
So
next story.
I just think a lot of game studios are either going to crash and burn because they realize that their games need souls, and they can't do that because they're big corporate companies.
That's why FromSoft is doing so well.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be an uprising of like indies going back into the B grade of like making games.
I hope so. I'm sick of the corporate BS.
Yeah.
I hate corpo speech. I hate the texture and taste of the games they bring out, because you know what the texture and taste is?
Bland.
Worse.
Salty?
No, poop.
Oh.
Poop game.
That's not good either.
It's worse than Squid Game. Alright.
Okay, sure. But yeah, that's happening. So I'm keen to see just what the space turns into. Because we had a good couple of years back in the day. Like Battlefield 4 was amazing.
Oh, man.
We had those golden years of like... The technology was there, the devs were there, and they didn't do it perfect, but they still worked their butts off to get it to that like crisp, beautiful point. And then we just plummeted down because of
microtransactions,
corporate greed, and just corporate restructure. Like a lot of people just left that because they realized they weren't getting recognized for their work.
Yeah.
And then the big businesses were like, okay, we'll just replace them with other people who obviously you've seen now.
Also,
they're not as good as the guys we fired.
And China, blame them too.
Yeah. 10 cents.
China.
10 cents getting a little bit in everything now.
Which is like it. Communism is like the flood from Halo, little tendrils all over the place.
But yeah, well, look, I guess since this is related to gaming, I'm going to talk about it and then go back to our other dot point here, and that is that Elden Ring is getting a VR mod.
Yeah, the modding community for Elden Ring is going to be massive.
Insane. Well, you showed me the other day you were playing Halo in VR.
Yeah,
well, not in VR, in Elden Ring.
And it actually made Halo a pretty good game.
Yeah.
For like modern Halo, because 343 suck at doing it. But yeah, so someone
good.
Like, someone modded in.
The energy sword and chief.
And here's the thing, there's a modder who I'm on Patreon for, and if you're one of the certain tiers, he'll give you a mod request, and so I've requested the Arbiter. I think because he like kind of suits it.
Yeah. No, he definitely has that like. Well, how do you even explain it? But yeah, he does fit the themes quite well.
It's the armor.
Yeah. So, look, I wish, because it's going to be first person, it's going to be very dizzy, very... How are
you going to roll? You're actually going to have to roll?
I don't know.
Smash your head into the ground?
You probably just have to press a button and then, like back in the day when they had VR, it was just the head tracking, there was nothing else. But like that. I wish it was... So there's some games that are VR, but it's still third person. So you'll be like the camera view from whatever you're playing, but you'll be in VR.
Okay.
And it looks beautiful. It actually works really well in VR. Like imagine it's kind of like tabletop.
That'd be kind of freaky, like walking around your guy as he's dodging and rolling. I'm still gonna, what do you call it? Spam Azula's comet, at every boss that I.
That looks so cool in VR.
How's your Elden Ring playthrough going?
I haven't played it in quite a few weeks. Well, because we've had Easter, we've had Anzac Day. Lots of
Those
events.
2 days out of the past 120. Yeah. Good point. It's like Shadow this year. I need to conserve my energy.
Well, I started playing Halo Infinite. Just because we were
Why?
Because we were watching the Halo TV show, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to see what the game's like.
No, don't play Halo Infinite. Don't.
I have thoughts on it.
What? You have thoughts on it?
Yeah, and that's for a separate video, though.
Fine, let's make a video on it sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Sucks. I hate it.
So, that's happening as well. VR mod space in Elden Ring is amazing. It's just going to get better. It's going to get better. Going back to like the celebrity news, there's going to be a Barbie movie.
And who's playing Barbie?
Margot Robbie.
Who is Margot Robbie? You said Margot Robbie? She had Elden Ring boss? Margot Robbie. Lowly tarnished. Damn, Margot!
You're looking good!
Yeah, you can whatever his attack is me anytime.
Yeah. She's, she plays Harley Quinn, doesn't she?
Yes.
In Suicide Squads.
She's Australian.
She is Aussie.
She's one of the sexiest women alive.
She is Australian. She was also in Wolf of Wall Street.
I'd like to...
And, you'd like to marry her?
I'd like to see her land down under.
Obviously, within the marriage courtship.
Yes, obviously...
I'm pretty sure she's single.
Missionary after marriage and for the sole purpose of procreation.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously. Catholic delight, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah.
She's okay, out of all the casting we've been given from shows and movies, I think she's probably the perfect casting for a Barbie.
Well, I feel like Jamie Presley would probably be better because they look identical, except Jamie Presley is hotter.
And some sad news.
Oh, yeah.
We missed last week. We talked about this a lot, but...
Keanu
Gilbert Godfrey died at 67, which
Yep.
is really sad. All the good comedians are dying.
All of them. I remember I said in the video, and I'll say it now. There's a picture of Norm Macdonald, Bob Saget, Gilbert Godfrey, and what's his name? Jeff Ross, all sitting at a table, and everyone except for Jeff Ross is dead. Why? Could we trade that?
Just invert it.
Invert it. Like, Jeff Ross is the roast master, but there's no one on this earth that is funnier than Norm Macdonald. I was watching an interview between him and Bob Saget the other day, and Bob Saget's doing this sad story where it's like, I was in my mid-20s, and, I went and saw one of my comedic heroes at a comedy club, and he had just lost his son, and so I walked up to him, and I said, and then Norm Macdonald interrupts, "I found your son!" I love Norm Macdonald, man. He's my hero.
But for those who don't know, Gilbert Godfrey, he was in Aladdin. He was a little parrot. He was also in Cyber Chase, which Oz doesn't know about because he did not watch children TV shows.
No, I watched Family Guy and South Park.
And so, but he had that distinct voice. He was a funny man.
Yeah,
he was a good man too.
I showed you him doing the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Let it never be said that Bob Saget raped and killed a girl in 1990.
It's all a joke.
It's all a joke. Yeah, because he never did.
But that's the joke.
That's the joke.
It's implying that he did, but what he actually didn't. Back in the day when you can make jokes about that.
And then he was on The Apprentice for a bit too, and he was hilarious on that. The spiciest dude in the room. He was just a comedic genius, and we're losing them all.
We are. Which I know.
Amy Schumer's still alive.
But speaking of celebrities, and because you haven't heard about it enough, Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
Yeah.
Oz, you have the floor.
Oh yeah, I said before, I say it again. This is the lightest sentence any black man has ever gotten for assault ever. Yeah.
Anyways,
my arm made that noise. I can't remember.
So finally, going back to the gaming news, Certain Affinity is working on a battle royale Halo game.
I have a certain affinity for Certain Affinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all ex-Bungie employees, and they also did Halo 2 Anniversary. And
is that they're going to infiltrate Halo? That's how they're going to get in.
Halo.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
343 infiltrated Halo.
Yeah.
The filthy commie bastards.
But then Certain Affinity is going to just take it back from them because they're doing all the work.
I hope so. I hope
because all the new maps that have come out have all been tagged with Certain Affinity. Like 343 hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
And they did a whole bunch of work for Halo 4 and their maps, Halo 5, they've, ever since Bungie left Halo, Certain Affinity has been making stuff for Halo anyways, and it's always been the cream of the crop, the most polished, beautiful stuff.
Yep, and now that Twitter is being bought by Elon Musk, what are 343 employees going to do all day?
They're all leaving, they're going to go to Instagram.
Oh, I hope they'll just leave. What I want Microsoft to do is to give 343 back their bomb, which is Halo Infinite.
No, Certain Affinity can do that.
Yeah.
Because you know what will happen? They'll be like, hey, Certain Affinity, can you make the next Halo game? And then they'll look at Microsoft and they'll be like, permission to leave?
Permission granted. Oh, man.
And then they'll just
explode.
Certain Affinity. I'm really excited. They do brilliant work. They're a great dev team. And they're working on a Battle Royale.
I think if anything needs a battle royale mode just to test the waters, Halo.
Yeah.
Because they kind of invented big team battle. Well, not invented, but they
They definitely helped push it
With
forward.
matchmaking they
did.
Yeah. So, and it kind of suits it, have the drop pods coming and everything like that.
It definitely matches. I think what would be really great if they didn't brand it as a battle royale though. If they just brought it as a separate game mode that's just with the multiplayer, it's still feels like for example, you can spawn in more quickly just to experiment with the waters and see, is this gameplay thing working with Halo? Are fans liking it? Because I feel like as soon as you tag Battle Royale with any game, you lose more than half your audience, but then also you gain 10% of the most loyal gamers are frothing at it.
All we want is a good Halo game,
Yeah, and you know what? If they're the only ones working on it, I wouldn't be surprised if it's amazing.
Probably, yeah. Again, singular vision.
Yeah.
Singular vision.
And so, if it doesn't work out, I hope they can still get more projects in the future to make more amazing content, because I love Halo.
Yeah, me too. I'd like Halo 3 Anniversary, please. I'll put that on my Christmas list, Santa.
Or just a good Halo game. It doesn't need to be a remake. Just making...
No, it does need... We need Halo 3 Anniversary.
Just make a Halo game.
Yeah, okay, but we need Halo 3.
Where Cortana's with Chief.
With Chief?
And she's not crazy.
No.
And Locke doesn't exist.
Wait, okay, now that... We need diversity, okay.
What is Locke?
He's black.
I wouldn't know, because I only seen him with his helmet on. That's how far I got into the game.
You didn't hear his voice? He's clearly black.
It's just like this, okay? Am I black because I sound like this?
You know who else is black? Arbiter. I'd love Arbiter. I want a solo Arbiter game.
I was about to say that. Solo Arbiter game would also be great, because what happened to him after Halo 3?
He went home. It was that simple. See how simple it is? You just have your guy go home and everything's wrapped up. Well. He just went home.
But in Infinite, there's elites and stuff doing stuff.
It's almost like it's a completely separate franchise.
Well, it is. It is.
It is. I hate it so much.
Me too.
Burning, like, you ever see like a coal burning, like with like red flame? Like that's what I have at the pit of my stomach whenever I think about what's happened to Halo. Yeah, I want to glass a place. Yeah. No, I'm not going to say. We can't say it. Right. But I want certain places to just a beam of light.
You know, part of me, as someone who wants to be a game dev, part of me just wants to somehow get a job at 303 for like 2 months, a month, a year, or whatever.
Sabotage
like, you guys fly me there, I experience it, I come back with all the resources and information, I come back and I'm like, oh, it's worse than we thought.
Yeah, no, I'd come with you because I'd do things to their internal kitchen and plumbing system.
Well, I'd just video call you and be like, hey, what's up, man? Look, this is, what's his face? Who's the CEO?
Bonnie Ross. I don't have a problem with Bonnie Ross, okay?
No.
As far as I'm concerned, she's a puppet. It's Frank O'Connor.
Frank O'Connor, yeah. They're like, it's Frank O'Connor! And I can just see Oz go, you... And then just go off at him.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
I'd call him I don't even think I have words for it. I'd take a sabbatical, like 2 weeks, just to write it down exactly.
You know what else I hope they learn from this? Sorry guys, talking so much about Halo.
343 learning? No.
I hope that at least Microsoft realizes, multiplayer isn't a viable option all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't worked with Halo. Like, we've tried to be too big, too quickly, it didn't work. Obviously, our team can't do what we want them to do. And I hope they stick more to solo campaigns and more simple, just, multiplayer matches.
Like how Halo was with 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, like, obviously,
those games are blowing up more than Infinite.
Special events are fun, I think. Have, like, Chinese New Year event, some sort of,
Yeah, sure.
Like how Fortnite and whatever, those other Battle Royales have, events and special seasons and whatever. Do, like, a Christmas one where everything's snowy and there's Christmas lights. Funny stuff like that. But the reason why all these games suck is just because they're trying to copy other people, but there's no originality.
Yeah, and, if people want what the other people are doing, they'll go to the other people. They won't come to you, because you'll do it badly.
Yeah.
And you're late to the party.
Because you've got no passion for it anyways.
Yeah, and your content lacking because they were doing it before you.
Yeah.
Idiots. Like,
they can't even catch up, though, to their level, so I feel like they should just stop trying.
Yeah, Halo used to set trends, now it follows them and it fails because of it. Pathetic.
So.
Yeah. But the modding scene is crazy, it's blowing up.
Obviously, because that's where, they
released all the tools for it.
Yeah.
And so when workshop support comes up, dude, the mods that people are working on, man.
Like, I want to see how hard it is to make stuff. Maybe I'll make something.
Like, imagine this as a mod, right? Cortana's feet.
Anyways, we've been the Night's Watch. This has been Nightly News. We hope that you enjoyed watching us rant about several things. We had some good discussions.
Yeah.
Some more heated than others, and others a bit more awkward than I originally anticipated.
Yeah. Well, you work with me, so just get used to it already and stop complaining. Because
see, I stopped complaining, they're quiet, and then everyone's like, Nathan, why are you so quiet? It's because I'm not complaining. That's why I'm quiet.
You're complaining all the time, but you're not even... No, mind, actually. You know what I was going to say.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
All right. But dude, lastly, right? You think it's weird. Imagine when we have a new person come in.
It'd be great. I can't wait to see.
I'm worried. No, look, okay. I'll try to be good. I will. I always do, right?
But there's some things you can't control.
There's some things I can't, like myself.
Yeah. So it'll always be interesting to see.
Yeah.
When we do get a third night, if ever.
Yeah.
But that's been Nightly News. We hope that you have liked this video. And if you did, actually, links in the description. Teespring, Patreon, Subscribestar.
Yeah, you can get like a hoodie that's got...
Help us out. Yeah, you can get Oz's hoodie.
It's got Team
You can get the Chainmail print hoodie as well.
Yeah.
And a
Nathan,
whole bunch
where's your merch? Just kidding.
I thought about it.
You thought about it?
But
you need merch, man.
I do need merch.
Just a picture of you and your glasses.
Going...
What about with your feet hanging out in the air like you do with that?
Oh, I got...
Nathan's feet. That's a mod for Halo.
Anyways,
let's sign
thank you all for watching.
See you
and
all
supporting us.
Next.
We'll see you in the next video.
Yong out.
Which is going to be a Wheel of Time video, isn't it?
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes.
Probably.
So get ready for that.
Can we sign off already?
Yeah. We have.
Okay, we'll end it there. Wait. Did we? No, okay, we'll end it there. Wait! Third time's a charm.